You're watching Slate Mix Tips, presented by the Music Technology program at Capital University. Steven Slate gave us the tweets, we give you the details.
Hi, I'm Wayne Wildman, and today I'm going to be helping you work through an interesting tweet by Steven Slate. In this specific tweet, he states, "Simple kick drum and bass guitar balancing act. Cut a small notch of 80 Hz in bass, boost a little 80 Hz in kick." This is such a simple but genius tip to anyone who's having a little bit of trouble with low-end instruments covering each other up in the mix. It's important to recognize if frequencies are masking each other and whether this is a bad thing or not, because sometimes it may be a desired effect. So I've got my Pro Tools session opened. As you can see, I've done a little bit already, not too much. Here's what we'll be working with. So first put an EQ3 7-band EQ on both the instruments that we're looking at, which is bass and kick. As you can see, I've already got one on each of mine. You can use any EQ you want, of course. This is just sort of the go-to because it's simple to use. So let's just do exactly as Slate's tweet says. As you can see, I already have mine set up a little bit. I have 3.5 dB of reduction right at 80 Hertz with a relatively narrow bandwidth. I have this set at 3.35. You don't want your EQing here to be too drastic. Going too thin or affecting too many dB of gain or reduction can really mess with the overall sound, which in this case we definitely don't want. As you can see, mine's not too dramatic. Let's go over to the kick. I have a little bit going on that I've already done in my EQ. Yeah, this is just without that little extra low shelf. Here it is right at 80 Hertz, 3.5 dB up, 2.75 bandwidth right there. So again, not too thin, not too broad. But then I also have this little shelf just to give it a little extra oomph on the low end. So let's go ahead and hear what our demasking has done. Here it is without. With. So you can kind of see how there's a little bit more clarity between the instruments. This is a great trick because we're not really audibly losing anything out of the bass, and we're not affecting the kick too much either. The opposite EQs are just allowing each other to walk right by in that one frequency band in the mix. This would be a great trick to use if your bass player and drummer are doing similar things. If you have a particular measure where the bass guitar is an important line, but the kick drum's also thumping pretty heavy, you could even automate this EQ trick in, then right back out. It's a pretty clever little trick to have in your toolbox if you need it. I hope this tutorial has helped you get what you need out of your low end. I'm Wayne Wildman from the Capital University Music Technology program, and you've been watching Slate Mix Tips. For more information, go to www.capital.edu/musictech.